Hello, ASA community. Reaching out to you just like last time from quarantine land, my house. The one big difference from before is, as you can see, I now have quarantine hair, a little unruly, a little unkept. It's something that I'm learning to embrace and learning to love, the new self, the unkept self. I've been in so many Zooms lately that I say I'm not alone, and I know many of you are in a similar position or similar state. But in reality, I'm reaching out to you because I know there's some concerns out there and some pieces that you want me as your director to speak to you on. So I'm going to go about them in order, and then I'll kind of summarize in the end. And the first piece has to do with the recent declaration from the MEC that we should take a break from May 4th through May 15th. I'm going to be playing that same morning. As soon as that declaration came out, we reached out and we said, no, that does not work for us. We have many US students, we have students going to US universities. It does not work with our calendar, and the integrity of our calendar is important, so we asked for an exception. We are not in support of that declaration. Of course, as you know, it's Paraguay, and there are kind of multiple filters that tend to be somewhat bureaucratic. We're working through those, and as soon as we know something, I'm gonna get back to you. But our intent is to ask for an exception. Area number 2 is probably the most, I guess, of concern to you guys, and it has to do with the finances. First, I want to tell you that we are keenly aware, and we've been aware from day one, how shutting down the country, closing down businesses, being quarantined has affected your personal finances, and we know it's not easy. So with that, we're taking some very specific actions, the school, the board, the business office, to address those concerns, those financial concerns. First, we are working pretty much 24/7 trying to settle the budget and the tuition for next year. Again, taking into account that your finances are impacted. So we want to be very, very, very clear, very detailed, and very particular with this budget to make sure that we address that desire, that need. Within that, we're looking to make cuts in every possible way we can. Many of you reached out to me and you said, hey, Chris, we didn't have school for these last few months. We're going to have savings with utilities, electricity, with, some of your staff not coming to work. That's true. And we're looking at every penny, every line item, every possible way that we can cut and reduce in order, in the end, to translate those savings back to you guys, because we know that's important. But that is not a process to be rushed. It involves people, important people to your kids, important people to us, long-term employees, programs, etc. And the only way to do it is to do it thoughtfully and carefully. And information on that will be coming to you soon, I promise. Now, this goes without saying, we want you to come back next year. It's our expectation to see you all next year. This is your school. And whether virtual or presential, we are going to offer you that quality program that you're looking for. I know we've had to adapt, and we've done it all kind of like on the fly to evolve our program to meet this new paradigm, this new virtual paradigm. But we're all dedicated to it, and it's our expectation that we see you next year. And in order to get you back, I just have to tell you, we will work with it, each and every single one of you, to your personal needs to make that happen, because we know this is your school. And we want you to be able to come to your school. So we're going to work with you. Now, short term, I've kind of talked about some of the short term things, like we're in a financial crisis. This is unprecedented times, uncharted waters. And what do we do? How do we settle the finances? Well, we're working on it, but I also have to tell you that we're working on the long-term sustainability of the school. It is my job, and I've done this a few times in other settings, where you find yourself in a financial crisis that you have to make some reductions, but you can't do it in a way that threatens the long-term sustainability or viability of the school. And I want to let you know we are thinking about that as well. Everything that we are doing now will ensure the long-term sustainability of the school. So again, it speaks to being thorough, meticulous, and careful. And once we have all those details ironed out, and we'll take as long as we need to go over and make sure that they're accurate, we'll let you know. Now, that last piece that I want to address has to do with the virtual learning. First, I got to tell you, you have dedicated, you have talented, you have intelligent teachers that are really taking everything that we as administrators are throwing at them, this new learning environment, this new technology, and running straight up the hill to make it work for your kids. They are doing tremendous work, and they are dedicated to all of you, whether they are here in Paraguay or they're working from home in the US. That speaks volumes to the dedication of the staff and your teachers. Next year, it seems like we're going to start virtually. We're going to offer a quality virtual program. You've seen we've been building it over the last few months, kind of ironing out the hiccups, the obstacles. But we're learning. And we're going to get to that place where this program, whether it's presential or virtual, will be quality, will be aligned to the curriculum, and will adjust to this new environment. We're doing that work now, and I'm sure that work will continue next year. But you have our dedication, and you already can see the hard work that people are putting in to make this happen for your kids. You know, I want to leave you with this. I know some of you, and in my last Wednesday bulletin, I called it out. Some of you are asking, is the director going to leave? No, the director is not going to leave. The director and his family are here with you through thick and thin. We will see you all through this troubled time till we can get out the other end. This is not a forever problem. This is only like this right now. And there is light on the other side of this tunnel. We will get through this together. And once we get through, it'll just be a bad memory because we're going to be back to what normal is. So you got to have faith. We have faith, and we're going to continue to fight the fight. So we're here with you. If you have any concerns, any ideas, suggestions, you name it, last Wednesday bulletin, I said please send that to ASA Comentarios. We have a mailbox that is monitored 24/7, where all of your emails are processed, synthesized, and that information gets back to me almost immediately with some recommendations that we can make and change, either long-term or short-term. So it's important. Your voices are being heard. That's why we're surveying. That's why we're asking you, and we're trying to continuously adapt and evolve to meet everybody's needs. So with that, I want you all to be safe. Make sure you wash your hands. Adhere to socially distancing, except on Zoom. That's where you don't have to socially distance. And we're here for you. We're in it together with you. Be well, my community.